I'm Christopher Hastings. I do The Adventures of Dr. McNinja. The Adventures of Dr. McNinja is a comic about the adventures of a doctor who is also a ninja. He comes from a family of ninjas, the McNinja family. His mother and father are very disappointed in him that he decided to become a doctor and not a full-time ninja. He has a sidekick, a 12-year-old boy named Gordito, who has an enormous mustache and rides a raptor. And at his doctor's office, he has a gorilla receptionist named Judy. In the very first story, to give you an idea of what kind of stuff goes down, he cures a boy of Paul Bunyan's disease, a disease that turns the afflicted into a giant lumberjack.
So basically like every other book on the stand, right?
Yeah, pretty much. You know, real cliche kind of things. Just your typical spandex kind of stuff.
You've been doing this book for a while. You've been doing it online for a while. And I think in the meantime, ninjas have become very hot.
I think the ninjas became, personally, I thought that ninjas were hot and out by the time that I started the comic. But I didn't care because I always loved ninjas. I didn't really care about the trend that I think started by Neil Hamburger of Real Ultimate Power. I like ninjas since Ninja Turtles when I was like 5. So I was like, I don't care, I'm going to do a comic about ninjas. I like them, and I think they're cool and funny.
Alright, I'm going to ask a pretty hard-hitting question now.
Let's go.
Alright, I see that your third volume is about Dracula on the moon. I don't know if you're aware, there was an arc in Captain Britain and the MI-13 at Marvel, which was about Dracula on the moon. Did they rip you off?
I am aware of it. I did do it first. However, I think that we probably were actually working around the same time, not aware of each other because of the way, you know, the book schedule, books are released ahead of time. I think it was just a funny coincidence. I think the guy who wrote it probably just followed the same kind of logical steps that I followed in my brain, which was like, well, you know, Dracula doesn't want to be hunted by people. He's old enough to have enormous wealth and power. What's he gonna do? Have a moon base. Makes a lot of sense.
Cool, and what's next for Dr. McNinja and for you?
Well, currently in Dr. McNinja, we've slowly been introducing a character known as King Radical. He looks sort of like the bicycle deck king, you know, king of spades, I guess. But he rides around on a dirt bike, and he does awesome stuff. And he comes from the Radical lands. And Dr. McNinja doesn't like him because he's very wily. We don't know what his deal is, but that is soon to be revealed.